How does a flying fish fly? Birds fly through the air by flapping their wings. But how do flying fish fly? Flying fish manage to get about in the air using their front fins or wings. These are greatly enlarged. When the fish is flying, it spreads out these fins and holds them at an angle to the body. The rear fins are also spread out in some cases. Before it can fly, it gathers speed by swimming rapidly in the water. It carries on doing this for some distance, with its tail moving vigorously. Then, it spreads its fins and holds them stiffly. The speed of the motion lifts the fish into the air. Flying fish can sail or glide for hundreds of meters. Some can fly so high that they even land on the decks of large ships. Why does the moon follow us when we drive? The distance of the moon from the earth is quite great, and when we compare it to the distance our car travels in a few minutes, it's very little. So as we drive, the angle at which we see the moon hardly changes. We can go on for miles in a straight line, and the angle at which we see the moon will still be the same. And because everything else seems to be flying past us, we get the feeling that the moon is following us. How did elevators begin? Can you imagine how difficult it would be if there were no elevators in high-rise buildings? The elevator began as a flying chair in the 17th century. It was used to carry people to the top floors of high buildings. It was operated by weights and pulleys and was found outside the building. But this idea was not popular. Elevators were used in the first half of the 19th century for freight purposes. These were run on steam, but many were afraid to use it for fear that the rope holding the elevator might snap and cause the elevator to come crashing down. When Alicia Otis invented a safety device to prevent this from happening, people began to use elevators. The electric elevator we have today was developed by Werner von Siemens, a German engineer.